episode 10 of Attitude Talk podcast. I am Coach Tress, a NC certified anxiety life coach, and I'm just here to get my opinion shared with y'all and to get y'all opinion shared with the world. Okay? So, can we do that together? I think we can. We can. Let's go. Hey, and if you're returning, a special thank you to you. And if you're new here, all the information you need will be in the description box below. Now, let's get into this video. Hey y'all, welcome back to episode 10 of Attitude Talk podcast. Okay, I told you we back for the win and we gonna keep this thing rolling. Okay, so today we are here to talk about the power of surrendering. Okay, the power of surrendering. There is power in the name. You know the rest. Okay, so what I want to talk to y'all about is why we should find so much power in surrendering, okay? And why we shouldn't wait until we are forced to surrender to like actually call it surrendering, okay? So that's the main problem that I see when we are even talking about surrendering, okay? Because even for my Christian people, you go to church or you hear anybody trying to give you some type of advice like that's spiritual, they often tell you like surrender all those thoughts, surrender all of the problems that you have, and pray about it. But on the other end, a lot of people don't like to talk about how hard it is to actually surrender your situations. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you don't have, we're in the physical realm. So when you don't have physical proof of what you're surrendering to as regards to like spirituality, and when you're leaning on faith, when you don't have a lot of knowledge or concrete proof on what you're surrendering to, that's very hard to do, especially when you don't have guidance in your spirituality. So you'll listen to a bunch of people to tell you to surrender it or just let it go, and you have to get up the next day, you have to keep living, you have to keep maintaining relationships, you have to keep putting in that work. But just to think about letting it go and surrendering it, that just sounds totally crazy to somebody, I know. Okay? And I'm here with you to let you know that you're not the only one that feels that way, okay? A lot of people cannot stop, okay? And you can see it in their work ethic. You can see it in how they treat themselves on a daily basis. You can see that some people just won't take the time out to even pamper themselves or have the time to do those things because of taking care of kids, taking care of the businesses, taking care of, family. That is a lot, okay? So from my standpoint, I feel like there has to be a secret power in surrendering, okay? So if you remember from my last video, episode 9, I talked about when you're a child and you get in trouble, okay, and then your mind start racing or your parents yell at you or whatever, and you have that cry and you just want to let it all out, and it's just so much in that moment, and then that cry leads you to taking a nap, and then in that nap you wake up from it, and then somehow the pain, the trauma of all the situation is gone. It's not as bad as you thought it would be because there was power in surrendering that, okay? That's what I want you to take from this concept, is that when things are getting too hard or things seem like they're getting out of hand, and trust me, I get flustered still to this day, okay, about certain situations because something new will always come up. You just have to build that resilience, okay? Speaking of building resilience, if you could, please go and take a look at my ebook, Embracing Change. It will be available in my description box, okay? So please go take a look at that and learn about how to overcome anxiety or depression by becoming more adaptable and resilient. It gives you tips, tools, and tricks, and it's short, sweet, and full of knowledge. Like, full of knowledge that you can use on a daily basis, and it does not overwhelm you or overpower how you maneuver in your life today. It gives you simple, sweet steps that you can walk into and implicate in your everyday life so that you can become better within yourself. Okay? So, thank y'all so much for checking that out. So we find ourselves, even as children, finding power in surrender, okay? Because at the end of the day, you're a kid. So what can you do about most of the situations? And you have to kind of think about that in life. Still take those steps to better yourself. But most of the situations that happen in life, you have to look at it as something that you just need to surrender, okay? Because just think about it. If you let every single situation that happens in your life, whether it's in the past, present, or you're thinking about the future, which is number one of anxiety, okay? Always thinking about the future and future plans and future goals and, trying to control and construct it. When you're thinking about that type of stuff, you're not getting to the point of where you actually are going to be okay mentally. You're going to either be on some type of drug, whether it's medication or, you're going to be on something, or alcohol, um, even people who work nonstop, that's an addiction as well. So we don't want to carry all the load of what happens every day to us, because like I said, something new is always going to happen, and we have to think about that. So we just need to think about being still, being ready, being prepared, and being well equipped to handle anything that happens in life, okay? And number one thing, even for my women, my ladies out there, my young girls, okay, there is so much power in surrender, okay? Because we go through so much as young ladies, young women, even older women and grown women. When it comes to surrender, oftentimes, even in our younger years, we are forced to surrender a lot, okay, because of just plain not taking heed of most of the signs to surrender, okay, and because we are highly emotional, all right. So when you put those emotions to the side, like the reference of a crying kid, when you put those emotions to the side, you're able to see that surrendering is not weakness. Surrendering is not making you look bad. It's not letting nobody overpower you or overtake you. Surrender is reclaiming your power back. Surrender is giving yourself the space, the love, the opportunity to think about things. Surrendering is giving yourself the confidence that you need to be able to let things rock, okay? So just think about it. You get into an argument with somebody and your friend, or you get into an argument with your friend, and then next thing you know, y'all just end up keep on going back and forth, and you can't understand, like, why are we arguing, or what we even arguing about at this point. And it's upsetting you, like it upsets you so much that you just still engage in the argument to the point that nothing is doing you any good. So then after that argument, you may have said some things that you don't like. You may have said some things that you regret, had some things said to you, and all these thoughts are racing. So now you're in a mode where you feel like you have to, justify or prove yourself, or this get back type of thing that people be doing. Like, there's no power in that. There's no power in that. The power is being able to hold your class. The power is being able to hold your coof, okay? Now, I ain't saying let nobody play with you and disrespect you, okay? You can put people in your place. It's power in being assertive, okay? But to the point where you feel like you are losing yourself in a situation or argument, or it's just not worth your time, okay? Surrender it. In a situation where you feel like This job is too much. This environment is too much. I just don't want to be here anymore. Surrender it. Surrender the thoughts, okay? They don't literally mean just leave and pick up, okay? If you feel it in your spirit to do it, do it. But surrender those thoughts. Just, and it's as simple as saying, I'm not going to let this bother me today. I'm not letting nobody steal my power today. Okay? I surrender it. I surrender it. That's all in the words. Drop it in the comments below. If you got this far, drop it in the comments. I surrender it. Whatever it is, it don't got nothing to do with me. Okay? If it's not of positivity, if it's not what I want in my life, I surrender it. It ain't got nothing to do with me. And that's just how we have to start taking these approaches to these things, because we are not victims out here. We cannot keep on fighting ourselves, okay? Because that's most of the battles that's going on out here. When you see people hopping on the comments and talking all day about other people, it's battles going on within themselves. Nothing in this world will make me want to focus on another person more than myself. And that's no shade. No shade to nobody. But I'm numero uno in my world. Okay? And that's just how it's supposed to be in life. You love yourself how you want to love others. Not treat others how you want to be treated. No. Treat yourself as you should treat others. Okay? So there is so much power in just letting shit slide. Forgive my language, okay? But let that shit slide. All right, you heard it here from the coach. Let it slide. And if you need somebody to talk to and you need to get some things off your chest, my booking is available for that as well, okay? If you just need to vent about a certain situation or you need some pointers on what you going through, my booking is open for that as well, okay? We will open that line up especially for you so that you can come in and we can sit and talk for 30 minutes. We can talk for 15 minutes. We can talk for an hour, okay? But we can make this make sense. And we can get ourselves to the point of getting over certain situations and just surrendering it, becoming more adaptable, and then becoming resilient so that nothing like this will make me or put me in a mindset where I feel like I have to carry the weight of the world on my shoulders, or I have to carry a load of all of these problems when there's going to be a million more problems, okay? So let's start categorizing these things. Let's start making it make sense. Let's put ourselves first. Let's put our health first. Let's put our mental first. Okay? And then everything else should and will fall into place after that. Okay? So let's change the narrative. There is power in surrendering. Okay? There is no power in trying to fight a fight that is not yours, okay? There's higher powers at work here, and all you need to do is be the best you can be. And when you wake up and you take that first breath, you know that you got another opportunity, okay? You know that you weren't one of the ones that was given up on, okay? Because a lot of people didn't wake up. A lot of people didn't go to bed. But we are here, and we are one of those ones that are finding power in the actions that we take and the actions that we don't take. Okay? So you do not have to fight all the time. I know, you a tough one. I know you a strong one, but you do not have to fight all the time. Let things come to you and feel okay with letting those things come to you. All right? So that's just what I want y'all to take from this video, and that's what I really want y'all to hone in on and understand, okay? I really hope that this video helps you, and I hope that you find some insight, and I hope that you just go do some research on the power of surrendering, and then come back here and tell me what you learned. Tell me a situation that you were so over compulsed or over fixated on that as soon as you let it go, your life got better. Okay? Drop it in the comments or send me a personal message on any of my platforms, okay? And let me know. Alrighty. So, thank y'all so much for tuning in to episode 10 of Attitude Talk Podcast. I hope to see y'all on episode 11, okay? Because they still know we stepping, okay? So, I'm going to see you next time. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button, hit the like, and leave some comments, and let them know that you locked in with the coach, okay? We locked in. See you later.